Good. All right. Welcome to the 200 and some game of this thing. Go ahead and make cards go now.
My macros aren't working.
Reload! No, wait. If you reload, it could blow up the entire world.
Oh. Now I have too many cards.
For that, you get to keep all the bad ones.
I think.
It's easy to tell which are the first four.
First. Be the top four or the bottom four?
Bottom four is what you get. Top four go bye-bye.
Okay.
You can do it.
No dancing.
You can be dancing.
Oh.
Right.
Yep.
Any reds?
Nope.
Nope.
You guys are all sitting around dressed up as Wild West gunfighters. All of you are wearing like the black kind of pinstriped back east in the Old West type clothing. Everybody's got a hog leg strapped onto them and bowler caps, so perhaps even at jaunty angles. Because believe it or not, the bowler cap was the popular cap of the fucking Wild West for reasons. And yeah, you're sitting around in the embassy. There's like tea, crumpets, cigars, whiskey, all the things that growing humans need.
Evening, man, gentlemen.
Howdy, partner. Do we have our stuff?
All your standard adventuring shit. It's like, it shows like Sheila's got like a little thing of it. James got a little thing. Scott's got the fucking Patsy pack from the King Arthur thing that Monty Python did. Yeah, it's just sitting over there.
We're carrying a lot of extra stuff last time we logged out.
Yeah, the golf bag.
The golf bag and the rifle and...
Yeah, all that crap is like neatly stored over there. It looks clean for some reason you can't figure out. Yeah, but definitely you're going to want to reduce your shit to a manageable thing. Also, I'd like to point out that the pistols that everybody's wearing have, even though they are 6-shooters, they all have 5 shots in them because whoever loaded them is not an idiot. And they weigh an incredible amount. These are the big fucking heavy guns. And pretty much once you expend the bullets out of them, reloading it will take so many combat rounds that you may as well just use as a club.
What does it do as a club?
It would do a D6 as a club. It's because then you get into the whole pistol whipping thing, which is always a good time. So you guys are sitting around a small table. For those who have been in the embassy before, which I think are all of you, Jameis, let me know if you find yourself in the zone you have not been to before.
Not yet.
Cool.
This is the first zone I started in.
Yes, today the name of the game is Jameis Wander About because he needs to stretch his legs or something. So it'll be good for you guys to, and plus you can wrap up any ends or whatever you're wanting to.
Yeah, is there anything you guys are desperate to get done? Anything that's been on your list for a while that needs to get dealt with?
Free ranging.
Pretty much.
Okay. Well, Freddie gave me a tip about a guy in Gothic looking for the lockpick gang. I don't know if he'd want to talk to us. Might be worth looking into.
Did you get a name?
No. John's son.
Just wander around Gothic going, hey, is someone looking for the lockpick gang?
He'll be at the Codfather restaurant. What places have you been to, Reb?
Well, here, basically been in the embassy. Haven't really been much around this place. If there's places to go around here, I mean, I assume we're in the middle of a country or something. What else is there out here? What other towns and stuff are there around here? Other than that, that time we were in with the Slee Stack and poked my head into Gothic, I believe it was, a bit, where we found a shield.
Oh, where you found the shield? If it's the shield I'm thinking of, wasn't Gothic. That was some other cool place that.
I have no idea where that place is.
lots of fog, right? It was the foggy place.
It was the place we went to get the shield from the casino that Freddie needed.
Oh, that was Gothic.
Okay.
Sorry, it's been a few different shields for some reason, and none of the PCs actually use a shield, so that's irony.
Bloody awkward thing to use. That's why you're trying to hold a shield and get a sword at the same time. Unless you've trained in it, isn't right? You might as well just hold it by both ends and try and use it to club someone with.
True. However, I will say from personal experience, if you are trained with shield is OP for blocking.
Well, that's the point of it. How about you, Dana? You got anything to do?
Land of the Lost has some berries that might be helpful for Reb, but I don't know where they are. So that's helpful also. And I need to change the wires. I'll be back.
If that's what Dana thinks, that's what Dana thinks. Shush.
I was going to give her a memory roll, but yeah. Yeah. You can tell which recordings Jameis is listening to. He's like,
yeah, I know, and probably Glenn knows as well, but it's like, we'll worry about that later when it comes.
There's a fucking huge world, Dick. So literally a huge world. So,
but as I said, we're in right here, right now. What the hell else is around here? What other towns have been set up around here and that? There's the question for the.
Mm-hmm. The other two fall silent, staring moodily into space.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly they're going through their own personal Vietnam flashbacks or something. You're not really sure. Because you're never too young to have a Vietnam flashback.
I get up and mosey to the door to see if there's someone there.
Give me a mosey roll.
Which is a learn roll. Come on, give me a learn roll.
Moseying?
Yeah, that's a special kind of walk that if you do it wrong, you look like you've got a big poop in your pants. You've got kids. I'm sure you've seen that kind of walk in the past. All right. No problem. They're wandering around, Dana, like they both have shit themselves. They're just kind of awkwardly walking around.
Like, we tried this last time as well. It was about as much success.
Super cool mosey, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Are you wanting to get up and mosey around as well, Dana?
Oh, I think I do.
I try and find someone who looks like they know what's going on around here out there and say, have you got a map of this place? Is it the country?
You open up the door and there's a rhino-headed guard. Like, just imagine kind of a weird furry who's standing there with like a long rifle, and you ask him if he has a map, and he peers closely at you and goes, "You're not Joshua McKay," and he goes back to guarding.
Well observed.
The other guard nods at him like, "You're doing great," and he's like,
"Quite right."
Yeah. A map. His kingdom for a map.
You begin
There's really
going
not
down
much
the
around here.
halls and looking for a map, and eventually you run into there. The people here are either animal-headed people or human people. The humans are a variety of shapes, colors, sizes, gender. Well, two different genders, and the animals are there's many different kinds of animals, and eventually one of the humans is like, "What? You want a what? A map?"
Yeah. What's around here?
There's all kinds of shit around here. This is a whole world.
Yeah, and you've got a map.
Not much of one. I mean, pretty much the cities are along the coast. The interior of this continent is. He looks around carefully, leans toward you, and goes, "Elf country." That's what they say. These are not the friendly elves. These are not the nice. These are the. Some people call them the wild elves. They are necromancers and stuff like that. You know about that, right? Cool.
No.
Wow. He says. He says, "Who are you?"
I'm Rib. Who are you?
He says, "I'm Turkle." He looks at the other two and he goes, "I've seen you guys before."
No. This is one of Joshua McKay's friends.
Oh, you're friends with the ambassador. That's great. Yeah. No, there's all kinds of stuff. It's a huge world out there. Go get it. He says, no. He says, "Come on, I'll see if I can help find you a map." And he goes and he talks to some other guy, and they're looking around, and the best that they can do is like a navigator's map, which kind of shows the coast in a lot of detail and a lot of very fanciful pictures about what kind of weird shit could be in the interior. So, yeah, because ships are easy, but wandering around is rough.
It's pretty much just an old west town in the wilderness.
Yep. Well, this is San Angeles, and there's not a lot. This town is a colony of a kingdom called Genovia, which is like a month or two sea voyage. Really rough, and there's like monsters and the shit in the sea. It's scary, but this place sends raw materials back to them because they're an old wicked kingdom and stuff. Although they've got problems of their own because the kingdom of Westmead has recently invaded and taken over Genovia, and Princess Danny either disappeared or died. I'm not really sure. I don't keep up on politics, but I do know Alex Kinley fucked her either way. I mean, literally not figured it. Well, maybe both. I don't know. He looks around. He's like, I'm not really up on the royalty and stuff, but we're all very proud of him for, getting bang royalty. And also, Joshua McKay has been awarded the Order of the Pear, I think by her, maybe. I don't know. It's a Genovian pear. That's one of their exports and shit. Do you want some pear wine? Turco looks at you like, no, still after your map.
Yeah.
He says,
So, and I realise this might be a bit of a loaded question from what limited parts I gather. Has anyone tried talking to these here wild elves?
Oh, no. They fucking hate the furries and us. They shoot first and don't ask questions later. Oh, yeah. In fact, he takes you off over and he goes, the elf who runs this place, they hate non-necromancers so much that even though he's an elf, since he didn't have any necromantic powers, looks around, they left him and his sister out to die because if they can't show necromantic powers, and so he's wandering through the woods, and Joshua McKay found them and adopted them, and now they run this place for him when he's gone. So they're a family, and he's got grandkids. Yeah,
They grow up really fast.
they always do. He says, looking. No, but super, super fast. Kids are fucking weird. Plus, we got a lot of refugees here. Like, there's 1,500 people. It used to be 1,000, but they fuck a lot, he says. Yeah. He starts staring into the distance like he's like, that's what I'm going to do tonight.
So there's some other towns people can move to?
Well, we moved to different dimensions because, like yourself, we're all a lot of us are Doras, except for the kids who were born here. They don't seem to have the knack. Well, I don't know why. But yeah, if you want to go to different places and stuff, you can. I mean, this is kind of like the most fancy city we've got here, and honestly, it's kind of by comparison to the air places, it's kind of a dirt town. But it's fairly comfortable. We're really good with the government. The beastkin, as they're called, they're pretty fucking mellow. They don't make a lot of problems, especially compared to humans. Compared to humans, they're fucking soft touches.
Yeah, so you've got these refugees. Why haven't they moved out to other towns?
Oh, we kind of like living together.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
With the beastkin and with all the humans.
Well, yeah. The beastkin are employed by the embassy. They're guards, cooks, stuff like that. Although we've taken a lot of positions, but McKay has decided to keep on the beastkin and stuff like that. So he can have better contact with the community. He says as though he's reciting something he's heard a lot.
Yeah, so this place is pretty much all sorted then.
Well, aside from the biggest problem with this place is that we've been waiting for some of the Doras, he glares at Glenn, to find a new home where we can go to, and they keep presenting us with things like active volcanoes to live inside and things like that, and we don't like it.
But you like it here.
Well, better than living inside of an active, fiery death of a volcano, yes. Which is the options they give us. Would you like to move to this war-torn place where the giant birds drop bombs on people all the time? No. So we stay here because it's better than living there or in the giant volcano.
I'm just surprised you haven't made other cities around here.
We're doing a lot of work for a guy named Raslin Rad, who keeps us moving around different zones in the space-time continuum. So at any given time, a few hundred of us are somewhere else and just cycle through. Plus, McKay has a lot of us that have gone out to become teachers and stuff here, so that we teach the Beastkin kids not to hate elves as much. Although the further away from the city you get, the more they hate them. Possibly because, the fighting and killing and stuff. Be sure to burn your dead, by the way. Always burn your dead. Just, He looks around like, what am I doing?
So
You guys stare at him. He looks around.
I got a message from Freddy saying the spaceship might be in trouble. Maybe we should
Oh,
go
no,
check.
not the spaceship, says Turkin. He goes, the fuck are
We
you?
have a spaceship.
He says,
You've got a spaceship. What
the spaceship has already been cut in half.
What?
Yeah.
No,
It's completely destroyed.
That's a different spaceship.
How many fucking spaceships do we have?
Not enough.
Are we making a fleet?
Don't worry about
You
it.
know about the airplane. You think about the airplane? Because that got completely dismantled. Does anything else turn up from the
There's an
scene?
airplane? Jesus, how much flying shit do we have to worry about? I mean, tech doesn't even work worth a shit here.
Wait.
Now we got a fucking airport and a spaceport, and I don't
There was an
understand.
airplane?
I know, an airplane turned up last time I was here.
Oh, that airplane that we looted the shit out of. Oh, we got drinks trolleys and stuff and all those little bottles of alcohol, but they got drunk. And it's amazing just how shitty the food is even on the ground. It's just fucking horrible. I don't know what the fuck. He says, fuck Spirit Airlines. I mean, you may as well just eat the stuff from the garbage can. Spirit Airlines serving you trash.
Reb, you ever been to Clem's?
Yeah. So, but is he going to help us with this?
Reb, do you like gladiator movies? Says Turkin.
go to
I mean,
clubs.
if this is just one town on this country, in this continent, then it's really quite vulnerable. You need to spread out a bit.
Well, kind of. We're right now working on rebuilding this town because of the stuff that fell on the castle and stuff like that. Killed a bunch of the leaders and stuff. Right now, McKay is only a few steps away from leading this place, but fortunately, he's gone so often that I don't think he'll be chosen as the new leader because of his status as the pair guy. So that's something, right?
Mm.
I'm not saying he's a giant pear.
Have you at least got scouts out to see what's happening in the surrounding area?
Constantly. Yeah, there's a few really dodgy areas. Also, there's like a gate up in the sky, but we can't get up to it. But some gunships flew through it a while back after gunning the shit out of the embassy. But we can't get up there because it's high. Pretty fucking high. Durgan, stop talking to those people. He's like, excuse me. He hurries up. Some other guy is like, Durgan, you got work to do. Back to the kitchens. He's like, God damn it.
Is there still a salamander with a hot air balloon around here?
You ask, and people look at you like,
No.
I think the salamander you're referring to died like last year.
Oh.
He's got a grave out back. He died as he lived in an asbestos suit.
Mm.
He's buried near Ahoy.
Near what?
Ahoy, the bird that talked, and McKay saved this bird so that he could learn air magic from it. And up until its dying day, it was unable to teach him air magic, but it taught like 30 or 40 other people air magic.
Yeah,
he always fucking hated that bird. It also taught the kids how to speak English. That's why they swear so much.
So whatever happened to the hot air balloon?
I don't know. Do you have a hot air balloon? Do you want a hot air balloon? Why do we have a hot air balloon? Who are you? Why am I talking to you? I'm going back to where he hears up. He looks confused, like, why am I talking?
Somebody was just talking about a gate in the sky.
Mm-hmm. That was him. Yeah.
And I remembered there was a hot air balloon around here.
I remember that too. So some other random keep in mind the hallways are chock full of people. Some people are living in the hallways. You are literally looking at people's bedrooms and stuff. Some lady's cleaning up her kids and stuff, and she's like, "Ooh, a hot air balloon would be lovely." The kids are like, "Ah."
Yeah, say things like that, and then go, well, why haven't people expanded out? Why are they all still here?
We've got other barracks and stuff. Yeah. Unfortunately, some of them were damaged, and they're still working on being repaired in the big attack from the blue man group. Jameis, give me an evidence analysis roll.
They're all too lazy.
Possible. You're thinking it could be that they lack good, solid leadership, goals, structure, and stuff like that, and so they're just ruthlessly attacking whatever problem looks the most interesting rather than knocking out some of the basic shit first. He just sighs. Yeah.
Let's find a hot air balloon.
Ask her.
All right.
Research.
Sure, you guys begin asking around the residents who don't seem to know a bunch about hot air balloons. Glenn eventually finds somebody who says if you get him enough silk and the proper kind of gas thing, he will fucking help you build a hot air balloon. It'll take a while.
Let's look in the salamander's room.
Salamander's room has got other people living there. They didn't keep it forever after he died.
Mhm.
Like, this will be in memory of you, because they're pressed for space. There's like a few other people that are living in there, one of whom is currently working on taking a bath. They all like look at you.
Knock, knock. I look around to see if they're enjoying the silk sheets.
There are small pieces of silk here and there that have been cut up and are used for different things, but you're not sure. There's a lot more silk missing than what is here.
We could go check with the major domo of this place. Who's in charge around here?
Eldrin.
Find out where
save for later.
he is.
No problem. You eventually get directed to the big castle where you find an elf dude, a black guy with dreadlocks, a white lady with pigtails, not like the little girl pigtails or the Wendy's pigtails, but just like they're kind of going back, like, keep this fucking hair out of my face, but I want to grow it long, but I don't want it in my face. And they're currently working on directing gangs of workers who are a mix of both furry and humans, and a couple of weird looking dudes, like a dude who has a big Lego for a head and shit like that, as well as like some fantasy trope races like gnomes and shit like that. And yeah, they're working on rebuilding and building up castle stuff, and yeah, there's all kinds of shit going on. And you go talk to this dude. He's like, "Hello."
Oh, this is a man.
She's like, "Oh, hello." Curtsies and stuff.
Yeah. We've heard tell that there is a gate in the sky. There's a hot air balloon we can perhaps use to have a look at it.
He says, "I haven't seen a hot air balloon around here in like a couple of years. Are you skilled at flying hot air balloons?" They can be quite tricky, I've heard.
Yeah. You can always give it a go.
Sure. Well, if you can find enough silk, you can feel free to make a hot air balloon, of course.
So we don't. There is an existing one.
Well, we had a huge shift in population and needed clothes and things like that badly. So a lot of the resources we used to have went into that. No, over there. No, don't look. Don't look at me when you're holding a ladder like that. This is not a comedy club. Okay? Now hold it like a fucking regular person. I would come over there. Okay. Look, you've knocked out 2 people. Are you happy? Now you got to do their work. Okay. Sorry about that.
So do you know where the sky gate is?
Oh, sure. I can have somebody show you the Skygate if you want. Yeah, we've even made a little marker and stuff on it. Okay. He instructs somebody who takes you guys back to the embassy, who then finds somebody else, and he instructs him that the head honcho wants him to take you out to the Skygate. Then he goes and gets a lady, and he says, "I need you to do this." And she's like, "I'm fucking busy." He's like, "So am I. And you're my subordinate, so you go do it." And she's like, "Ah." And so she is now taking you out to the Skygate. And she goes over and she goes, "All right." And she takes you guys to a stable, and she begins fucking putting a saddle on a horse and cinching the belt and stuff. And
let's see.
Everybody give me animal handling horse as you begin to attempt to cinch up the saddle and things and get ready to go riding and shit. Yeah, Dana Zulga sits on the horse, and the lady's sitting on the horse, and they're looking at you two like, You're done. And you see that Glenn is managed,
Glenn.
like, he gets on and he just fucking slides off and he's like upside down on the horse. And there's this huge horse cock right behind his head. And he's just looking like, this does not feel right. And the lady whose name is Kim goes, ready to go then? She gets off. She gets off her horse and hitches it. She comes over.
The mule instead.
No. She says she extracts you from the horse, and she's now working on saddling up your shit. And then
can I keep trying until I fumble, or
sure? Yeah, because it's obvious Glenn does not like his horse, and his horse doesn't like him. And
doesn't like me much either.
No problem. She shoos you away now that she's done with his, and puts your saddle on, and she goes.
No,
she's like,
what's up with those rolls?
Stop loosening the belt. That keeps the saddle on. Stop it. And you're like, you're like, no. Okay. So then you guys all get on the horse. Everybody give me the primitive land small vehicle roll.
That I can do.
Oh, thank God. If Scott fumbles and his horse gallops off with him, I will fucking pee myself in delight.
Too bad.
No.
That's a car.
Everybody is doing great except for Glenn, whose horse it just stops and looks at it.
Dana's on the back trying to use a steering wheel.
No problem. You guys eventually end up leading his horse, so he has no reins anymore. He's just holding onto the fucking pommel on the saddle, like, this is my life. And everybody else is leading his horse, like, nope, it's coming with us. And you guys gallop for a few hours out.
If you have ride, Sheila, then that's the new small primitive land, pretty much.
Yes.
Because it got all moved in.
Oh yeah, you're not in a car, you're in horses.
Oh, I'm not doing well.
All right, no problem.
I handled it well, but now we're...
Reb's leading your horse, the other lady's leading his horse, so, I was really hoping that the women would be the only people who made the horses work, and it's like girls and their ponies type trope. But no, you had to ruin that for me. Now my sexism is just going to waste. So, anyway... You guys get taken out there or ride out there, and the horses get tethered, and she shows you to a statue. And what it is it has like a base, and it has a big arrow. It's a bit phallic. It has a big arrow pointing up.
She's doing this.
Awkward. It has a big arrow going up. And on the base, it says Skygate. It's 22 meters up. And so it's pretty much you can stand there and go, whoa. Don't see shit.
22 meters.
That's not that high.
It's not
terribly high.
Could
I don't suggest jumping.
Wooden tower here and reach it.
Yeah.
You could go through all kinds of hell to build a wooden tower. I'm totally good with that. There'd be nothing that would make me so happy as you guys fucking attempting to build this death trap of a wooden tower that's like 6-7 floors tall and shit, and it's just fucking huge fire hazard, possibly just collapsing dramatically. I mean, why don't you just get a giant ladder and say, fuck it, hold the ladder. It's only 6 stories tall. And Red's like, I got it.
That would be less rolls.
Either way, it'd be super awkward, yeah.
I mean, there's various things we'll learn to the military how to do that sort of thing. It can't be.
The lady whose name is Kim, who's with you, she brushes some hair back and she goes, well, there has been talk about catapult. We've got one that some of our scientists think would work, if you want to try that.
Oh. Is the blue skin assholes that came out of there?
Uh-huh. Killed some good people, too. But...
So...
she rolls her knowing about shit roll because not everybody knows everything, and she knows some shit. She says the weird thing is that it's known where they are, and some of you guys who get around and stuff actually talk to them, and that was it. Nothing happened. It was like, oh yeah, we saw that you killed a bunch of our people and tore up our shit. They're like, that was us. They're like, okay, take care. You want some potatoes? Oh, I'm good, thanks, man. And they left. I don't understand what the fuck is going on, she said. Now, makes no goddamn sense to me, but you guys are some weird, powerful people. That's all I know.
There's blue skin guys hanging around.
In the other place, yeah. Some of the Eternals, as you guys got called by some of the people back in Kinleyville, went there. Met up with them, know where they're at and stuff. I don't know much about the area and shit, but all I know about it is that it grows spaceships like trees.
Yeah. I think I know where that is.
Oh. Fine. She just glares at you.
This goes.
Why don't you go kill a couple of them, huh?
There's watchtowers and stuff which you can build up high, and just put some. As long as you got supporting struts on it, it's fairly safe.
We don't know where it comes out the other side and stuff. The bad thing about all the gates that have been tested is she rolls her knowing shit about gates because I happen to be a fucking gate scholar, yo. She says. The bad thing about the gates is that there's no stick your head through and see what happens. It's if you put your head through, you go through. You just so
might be in space or something.
She says.
Be rough.
Well, that's why I think the catapult's the way to go because even if it misses, then the horrific effect either way.
Well, if you can build a tally missile up, it might be able to seal it off.
Yeah, we're not sure. It's definitely a weakness in the defenses and stuff. But there is a way to seal it off, but building a fucking 7-story building, because we're outside of town, not quite in the danger zone. There's farms and stuff nearby, but this is like a forested area. We're in here, so this is not too bad, but still there could be. This is the kind of place where you wouldn't get like evil elves so much as like maybe bandits or ne'er-do-wells or fucking teenagers. So building and plus if you have a 7-story building here, then you're going to probably want to guard it or something like that, or there'll end up being some evil fucking tower taken over by some fucking evil wizard, and she just starts muttering and stuff. Like
so you're happy having a gate that you can't do anything with, and just people can come through then.
Like that fucking Thornheart bastard. Jesus, what was his deal?
Who?
Yeah. There's one north of Kinleyville.
Oh. So let's put that idea on the back burner.
Everybody always does. That's why they built this fucking monument, because they wanted to be able to do one of two things.
Well, are you willing to sort out resources for guarding it if we build the damn thing?
Oh, hell no, she says. Do you know how boring guarding is? Have you ever guarded anything?
And that's the problem, is that unless you're willing to commit resources to things like
I'm not in charge of anything. I'm like a fucking apprentice potter. That's my job. I'm learning fucking pottery and stuff.
Hey, that's fine. I mean, there's hundreds of unemployed people in there, but
no, actually, everybody has a job by decree, or they get one assigned to them. So I chose pottery quick because but that's why this structure here, the sign, she points at the thing with the arrow, serves two purposes. One purpose, remind people, hey, the gate's here. The second purpose, if somebody fucking steps out, they may just fall into the fucking point. So it's dual.
I examine it for blood.
No blood.
Oh.
We remain hopeful, she says.
All right. Let's head back.
Ooh, did I hear about that from Freddie? I'll do a memory roll to see if remember something that Freddie said.
Actually, banged up from our last adventure.
Well, if you got lookout scouts and that, this will make a good outstation to have them report to and stuff. Having a base out here.
She looks unconvinced. She goes, I make pots. Badly.
Yep, well, obviously we need to talk to people about it. And you have a rotating system of people come out here.
Yeah, we do a lot of rotating already and stuff, but, you know, living in this forest, she says.
Nothing wrong with living in a forest.
Mm-hmm.
Done that plenty of time myself.
Get back on your horse. I'm going to help these R2 get on their horses and I'll drag their asses back to town, she says. Cut to, your asses get drugged back to town. She's just kind of muttering about, like, you know, just miscellaneous muttering at this point. She, give me empathy rolls.
Nah.
Yeah, you don't give a shit what she thinks.
Yes.
The other two, you guys are thinking that part of her is like, hey, I get to go hang out with the fucking Eternals a little bit. Kind of cool, something to talk about to my friends. But they seem kind of useless. So I don't know why they have all this mystique and shit, but I'm still going to fucking boast to my friends about them. Yeah, swings and roundabouts.
So we'll head back.
Yeah, she unsaddles her horse and begins to clean it and gives you guys a very pointed look. She's brushing
Thank you very much, Kim.
Reb spits on his hand and goes on the horse. He goes, now I own it.
Pat the horse's head.
Oh, okay. Dana's actually fucking taking off her saddle. She's rubbing down her horse. Your guys' horses are looking at you like, where's my fucking rub down? You guys are like, if I pee on you, I own you.
You gotta pay extra for that.
No happy ending for your horse. I understand. No problem. Yeah, the women folk end up rubbing down the horses, not so much to help you guys out, but because they know that you're not going to do it. And
I'm willing to keep trying until I fumble or fail. Or fumble or succeed. Okay.
Yeah, you're pretty much just going to sit there and watch them for a while. Yeah, you just watch them smugly like women's work. So yeah, you're a horrible. You feel like a horrible person now, which is good. So yeah, the horses are all taken care of. Nobody ever talks about that in these games with horses. The horses are a huge pain in the ass. You constantly need to reshoe them, check their fucking hooves for cracks, all that bullshit. I still have fucking flashbacks.
That's why I've got some skill in it. I just can't roll with shit.
Exactly. Well, maybe you become like Freddy number 2 because he can't roll shit unless he's got. Even if he's got 90 skill, he fails. I can't explain it.
And you won't let us anti-proof our characters when we start. So what are we supposed to do?
True. It's more fun for Logan this way. So, right, you guys are after. It's now nighttime. You notice that there's a lot of light and stuff like that. In the embassy, lots of candles and oil lamps and stuff. People do come up and peer at you guys occasionally, very closely, and they go, "Is it just you three?"
Yeah.
No Freddy around?
Nope.
Would you like an oil lamp so you can see where you're going?
Yes, please.
They give you a fucking oil lamp and stuff. So, you know, it's like the little ones like genie lamps and stuff, but the small ones so you can carry it around with like a little wick and stuff. And, yeah, they caution you to be careful with it. So if you don't, then you'll have to help rebuild shit. So, yeah, you guys go around. There's like... you begin to kind of see the cycle of the place because there's always people who are getting ready to leave to go somewhere else to go on some sort of work detail. Other people are getting back. There's a small party going on like, hey, you know, so-and-so's back. So there's definitely a lot of community, though. These guys have been through some shit together, and they all have that kind of feeling like troops that have been around for a while. And they seem to have their own kind of brotherhood completely outside of the PCs who they see as kind of like an occasional annoyance that stop through, stir up a bunch of shit, and then disappear mysteriously. So, yeah, seems like shit's going on with them.
Yeah.
You ignore them, fuck them. Anyway, so what do you guys want to do now?
Well, in an attempt to beat my head against the wall, I'm still going to try and talk to people, maybe the elf check and stuff about setting up a proper watchtower in that place.
Some people are kind of for the idea in a very general sort of, if I don't have to get involved, sure, it's a great idea way. But nobody likes guard duty, and the less they have to do, they'd rather just reinforce the wall inside the embassy so they can still make it back at night to their beds.
Well, the phrase "tough shit" comes to mind.
Yeah, that's pretty much where you're at.
You need to set up what you've got scouts out there. You need to set up watch stations if you ever also plan on moving out into the country and such.
Yeah, build a huge watchtower, then we can build a zip line down at the castle.
That's a long zip line. It's too long of zip. Like it takes 3 hours to ride out there on a horse. We don't think you can get a zip line that
3
long.
hours. Holy shit.
Well, yeah, you guys, like I said, you were gone for the day. That was plus getting the horses ready. You're back for like late night dinner thing right now.
How well is that location positioned for keeping an eye on the interior as well? And to get people out into the country, they go out and do some other things.
Oh yeah, as far as all that, yeah, it's cool. It's not a bad thing. It's just you're kind of getting the impression. Oh, give me a let's go with.
See, I'm trying to do something here, Logan, and you're something.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm into it. But give me a psychology roll because there's reasons why shit is why it is.
Learn. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, you're not sure why they're not wanting to go for it.
Can I try that?
Sure. Why can't I find the fucking map for this? I've been looking.
Wow.
Crit.
Really?
Wow. They look at this zone as temporary. All of them are planning on like leaving it at some point. They have no interest in setting up more shit here. I mean, it'll be another place to rotate to for jobs, but yeah, they're all planning on fucking leaving, so they don't care.
Not just the humans, you got the beastkin as well, if they consider this. And the
beastkin aren't in the know about the gates and stuff like that. And the only time that the only thing that came through the gate attacked the embassy because of the Doras. So the beastkin aren't really fussed about it.
Yeah, they don't want to invest in beastkin.
No, I mean, eventually that whole area will get deforested and stuff like that as they're continuing to work on deforesting everywhere.
Okay. So...
Well, unless you want the embassy to keep getting attacked, even while you're here.
Do we have rooms here?
No. You used to have rooms back in the old days before 1,500 new motherfuckers showed up. Now the closest thing you have to a room is the explosion room. And that's the big, heavy stone walls, really, really fucking non-existent windows. It's got a door that's heavily reinforced and a weak-ass ceiling. So if anything goes boom in there, it'll just blast the ceiling straight up.
Okay.
They think it's one of the best buildings they've ever made. The stones all interlock and stuff like that. So it pretty much, when you blow yourselves up in there, will act like a cannon, possibly shooting you back to God.
No. Still want to get cleaned up and find some place to rest.
What's the weather like around here?
It's actually pretty nice. It's like, it's the kind of weather you could literally sleep out under the stars with like a light blanket or something like that. California weather.
Just thinking as an alternative thing, perhaps we could get them to set up a frickin' windmill there, if nothing else.
Just somebody tried to come through the gate, getting hit with a fucking blade.
That'll teach them.
Yeah, that'll teach them.
Well, that'll definitely learn them. They won't try that again. How cruel are you guys?
Are there windmills in the city?
Yeah, they do have windmill power, although steam is the big thing now. So windmills are kind of becoming like they're what the old people are like. Steam is evil. I don't like it. I don't understand it. And people are like, you're old. You're too old to keep living. And so the younger people are getting into steam power. So yeah, I mean, you could possibly get something there. The problem is that most of the buildings that they make don't go past about 2 or 3 stories, possibly because of their building techniques, possibly because of their building materials. There's some reason why. I mean, their walls are a little bit higher, but getting something up 20 meters, they don't have stuff that goes up that high, unless you like the castle wall is closer to it, but the base is fucking thick as shit, and then it kind of goes up and gets narrower as it goes up. So you're not sure if they. I mean, if you're an engineer or something like that, then maybe you could. Now, maybe if you were to fucking plant some really good sequoia there, that'll fuck up that gate. It'll take a while, and but unless you have plant magic, in which case, fuck you! Giant gate blocked. I win.
And then they cut it down for the wood.
Actually.
Yes, they might. They do seem like the kind of people to do that. We have a giant fucking tree. Let's make a giant house out of it. Yay!
Let's move on.
No problem.
I want to check and see if there's cases in the other zones.
Getting cleaned up here takes several hours to heat up the water, drag the metal bathtub around. Well, you've never taken a bath in the old
Did
West?
they only ever have the one salamander? Or was it just one salamander the entire freaking...
Oh, yeah, everybody else is using fucking coal. Good old coal. Burns somewhat clean.
Where'd the salamander come from then?
Nobody really ever asked about that, and now that he's dead, nobody knows. In fact, all that people know about the salamander and sitting around talking to people and stuff is that one day Joshua McKay made him an asbestos suit, and then he came here to live.
Did the salamander come from Genovia, or was it here?
Nobody's really sure where he came from. Well, Glenn might know.
I might.
Well, I thought you were just saying where it came from.
I was saying to ask Joshua.
Oh, there you go. It's one of those things where weird shit showed up, nobody asked any questions, and they just said, so you're attacking salamander. He's like, that's right. And he's like, you want to come live with me? Okay. And off they went. It's a perfectly normal thing. Yeah.
I mean, Jameis knows where he got the salamander from, but I'm trying to work out the wider scope of where the salamanders come from.
Nobody has ever seen any other salamanders.
So, some of the beastkin, they know. Do the salamanders come with you, or the humans don't know nothing? They're useless bastards.
Mm-hmm. Well, everybody's got different areas of knowledge and stuff. You talk, and the beastkin guards, completely useless. These are people who are paid to stand around staring into space. They're good at it. Not a lot of imagination, very few thoughts. But
no, the next day I'll ask around in town then.
Cut to the next day. Glenn, you're finished with your bath. Oh, thank God you said. Such a nightmare. And now, so Jameis is wanting to spend his time wandering around and talking to people to find out where salamanders come from?
Yeah.
When a boy salamander loves a girl salamander very much.
That's why I'm just trying to get the basic answer is, did it come with them from Genovia, or was it found here?
It was found here. It turned up one day at the smelting thing, where they do all the smelting and stuff, and then McKay brought it home with him for reasons.
Well, that raises the question of where the hell did the salamanders come from?
Home.
That sounds like an interesting thing to try and track down, is where the bloody salamanders come from.
Birds, salamanders, brings them all home.
Oh yeah,
well, there's other salamanders.
PCs do the same thing. It's like, oh, we found some buddy something that needs rescuing? Excellent. We rescue it, throw it into the fucking embassy. Away with ye!
Ooh,
And then
giant
right
scorpion. It's mine now. Okay. I'm still wounded.
Everybody can, since everybody slept last night, everybody who was wounded can try their willpower roll to see if they regain
Just
any
him.
hit points.
Yeah, I tried that.
Cool. You're gonna die.
Okay. Before my shit wanders off, I want to jump over to Vorus and drop it off in Freddy's storage locker.
So are you just going there and then right back?
And
Or do you want to take the other PCs with you?
I can't trump.
Right.
yeah, there's a Clem's.
Now that
next
would be
town
a fucking
over.
worthy thing there, is to figure out how to get Jameis to walk the pattern, because I think he's ready to do it.
I'm willing to give it a go. Rather than, I'm not sure if I'm ready, but I've got pause and
You're born
it's going to take me
ready.
ages to build up. It's going to take me ages to build up the skills to just fucking go for it. Is one thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you're feeling lucky, then we could do that. The problem
Yeah.
is, last
How
I
to get there.
heard, we didn't know where the pattern ended up.
I've
Good time to
heard
go
that there's
find
a
out.
place called the Village that
Yeah.
apparently has a pattern.
Yeah.
I don't know where that is.
I don't think somebody was posting on our bracelet. You have a bracelet, right?
Yep.
Okay. I thought they said that they couldn't get to it anymore, but we could go check it out.
No idea.
But first, let me drop this shit off.
Hey,
And while I'm over there, I want to poke my head into the detective agency and ask if they have a case.
yes, of course they have a case, but unfortunately you can't get him there. So until you get him there, they can't give you the case because the
I
case
mean,
is
if
in
we
there.
trumping because it's quicker, but there is a Clem's in like the next town over in Ohio. We could
True.
Clem's there and take the bus and then be on
Yeah.
the case, whatever.
Yeah, there's a case available, or you can do the case of how to get Reb his fucking pattern walking on.
Or was that son of John you wanted to talk to?
Right.
Yeah.
You've got at least
I'll
3
look
different
into it.
things now.
Oh yeah.
By the way, give me a luck roll at full to see if your trump going too close to the storage shed still works, or if it has been blown up by somebody moving some minor inconsequential thing, or a big fucking garbage bag blowing into the area and fucking it all up.
It's actually a trump to the detective
Either way.
agency waiting room.
Yeah, good luck with that one. You're at half on that one as they're constantly fucking getting holes knocked in the walls, moving shit around.
Correct.
Oh yeah, it works like a treat. Works like a fucking treat. Yeah. Despite their best efforts to demolish the building, your trump is still working today, at least. So you trump there, and you find out, yes, there's cases. So you've got 3 different fucking missions you could potentially do, or you could just wander around demanding towers be built in the middle of the forest by apathetic people, or trying to find out the great mystery of where salamanders come from, which is it is a riddle. There is stuff to it, but I don't know if it's something that either you could find out or would be that interesting if you did find it out. So
The detective agency owes me $300 for the last case.
Yeah.
they pay you
those
by
all of us
check.
the money.
Check?
Yeah,